Welcome to the ES3 Request Ticketing System training video for you, the technician. In this video, I will cover the basics of using the system and the ticket life cycle. So let's get right into it. First, you will need to log in. Click on the link in your invitation email or open up a web browser and go to support.es3.net. If this is the first time you are logging into the system, use the username and password that was sent to you in the invitation email. Once you are successfully logged in for the first time, you will need to change your password. Unfortunately, it is not an automated process for the first time login, so you will have to do it manually. To change your password, click on your name, which is a drop-down box in the top right of the browser window, and then click on your full name, which is usually in blue, which will take you to your profile page. Click on the edit button at the top of the profile page. To change your password, click on the change password button at the bottom. Type your password in twice. And click OK. Once you've changed your password, you can hit save, and that'll bring you back to your main profile page. And to get back to your main ticket page, you click on the tickets button in the top of the menu. Alright, let's go over the main ticket page. This is where you'll have access to new, in progress, and closed tickets. In the ticket submenu, there are 5 view options available. Unanswered, which are all the tickets that have not yet been taken over. Unclosed, which are all the tickets that are in progress and not closed. Unassigned are the tickets that are not assigned to any technician yet. Assigned to you, which are all the tickets that are assigned to you specifically. And all, which are all tickets that you have created or worked on in the past. Let's move on to working on a ticket. To work on a ticket, click on the ticket you would like to open. There are a couple different sections on this page. At the top left is the original ticket that the client sent via the web application. If this ticket has not yet been taken over, you will see the Take Over button at the top of it. For example, when someone submits a ticket for the PI category, all the PI technicians will receive an email notifying them there is a new ticket submitted. If you click on the ticket and know that it's for you, you can click the Take Over button. This will assign it to you, and then it will show up in your assigned to you tickets you need to work on. So if I click on Assigned to You, now I can see that this ticket is in here. It's not in the unassigned and it's not in the unanswered, but it is in the unclosed. If you are looking at the ticket and know it's for another technician, instead of clicking the Take Over button, you can assign the ticket to another technician by clicking on the Assign to ellipses in the detail window. Use the drop-down menu to select the correct technician and click OK. This will be assigned to that technician, and they will see it in their Assigned to You section and receive an email notifying them the ticket has been assigned to them. I'd recommend taking it over or assigning it to another technician when you first open the ticket, just so there are no tickets forgotten. The original ticket window at the top will have the subject in bold letters and the body of the email below it, and any attachments below that the client has attached to the ticket. Below the original ticket window is what I would call the breadcrumb trail. It'll show the history of the ticket, the oldest reply at the bottom and the newest right below the original ticket section. Each breadcrumb will have the replies in the body as well as the attachment sent in that reply. This is important to your workflow. If you have been assigned to the ticket that has already been worked on by other technicians, you will need to make sure you are downloading the most recent attachments in the most recent replies and not the attachments from the original submitted ticket, unless the original attachment hasn't been worked on yet. Let's go over the details section of the ticket. In this section, you can see detailed information about the ticket, and you can change some of the properties. At the top of the ticket is the ticket number and the status of the ticket. Next is the priority. This by default will be normal. If the client has put in the body of their ticket that it is super hot, you can change the priority level by clicking on the ellipsis and choose the desired priority for that ticket. For example, if it's critical or high, normal or low, you would choose that and then click OK. I will just leave it as normal. Next is the category. This is the category that the client has chosen when they submitted the ticket. If they chose the wrong category, you could change it here by clicking on the ellipses and then choosing the correct category from the drop-down box and then clicking OK. The technician for that category will then be notified by email. From is who the ticket came from. Via is how the ticket was entered. It's usually a web app. You won't have to worry about that. Assigned to is the technician the ticket is assigned to. If no one has taken over the ticket, it'll be empty. You can change the technician by clicking on the ellipsis and use the drop-down menu to choose the correct technician. And then click OK. They will be notified that they have been assigned to a ticket, and it'll show up under their assigned to view. Date is the date the ticket was submitted by the client. The due date is automatically generated for 2 days from the time the ticket was submitted. When a new technician is assigned to the ticket, it will make the due date 2 days from the time the ticket was reassigned. So each person reviewing the ticket will get 2 days as their due date. Time spent is the amount of time the ticket has been in progress. Start date is populated once the ticket has been taken over by the technician. Close date is the date the ticket was closed. Tags I rarely use, but you may use them to add keywords to help search for the closed tickets. For example, if you work on certain vehicles, you can type the model of the car in the tags. So when you do a search for closed tickets, you can just type in the model of the car and it'll filter all the tickets according to that car model. Assets you won't use. Below assets are fields that the client can choose when submitting the ticket. In this section, you can see if the client needs this reviewed by multiple departments. There should be checkboxes for each department that this ticket will need to go through. My suggestion would be, as you work on the ticket and you are finished with your part, you uncheck the department that you are in and then assign the next technician to it in the Assign To field. That way they can see on the ticket what departments it will need to go to after they are done with it. If there are no more checkboxes checked, then the last technician can close the ticket. Let's go over how to reply to a ticket. You can reply to a ticket at the top of the original ticket by clicking on the Reply To button. Or you can simply click on the word Reply. Both will open a new reply section you will work in. At the top, you will see To, and all the email addresses the reply will go to. If you need to add more people to the reply, you can click Add and then type in their email address. and hit enter. You can also remove anyone from that specific reply by clicking on the X next to their name. And it asks you if you want to delete them permanently from this ticket. If you delete them, you can always re-add them by clicking the add and adding their email address in again. You can also do a reply that only the technicians will see in the ticket breadcrumb trail, and the clients won't see it, by turning on the For Technicians switch. You can type in your reply in the body and format it if you like with the editing options it gives you in the menu. You can then attach your files to the reply by clicking on the Attach File, and then browse your local computer for the file. You can see it is loaded here underneath the Attach a File. You can attach one file or multiple files at once. If you attach the wrong file, you can simply click on the X next to that file and it says remove this file. And then you can reattach the same one. There are other options to attach files. If your file is located on Google Docs, for example, you can click on Attach a Google Doc and it will open up a web browser for you to log into your Google Drive. And then you can select the file and it will download it and attach it to this ticket as well. Same with OneDrive, Box, and Dropbox. Once you are ready to send your reply, hit the reply button. If this is the last reply and you know you are going to close the ticket, you can also choose Reply and Close the Ticket and call it a day. If you mistakenly close the ticket, you can look in the All view, find the ticket that you have closed, and you can say Reopen by clicking the Reopen button. I hope this training helped you. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me and we will get it handled. Thank you and have a great day.